So the FDA just announced it's going to accept the court's decision to allow 17-year-old girls to get the Plan B birth control pill without a prescription. And apparently a lot of people are up in arms about this. They think it shouldn't happen. Now, that's what they call the morning after pill, I believe.
Yes, which is not an abortion, literally, because it prevents the egg from catching up with the sperm.
But it prevents the well, some people can't say it because it prevents the fertilized egg from attaching to the womb. Yeah. So they've already, the egg and the sperm have made the commitment. They just need a home. So it prevents, it's preventing them, you know, so some people can say it is, that's why they believe it could be the abortion pill.
Listen, abortions are going to be cut down radically because of this pill, and isn't that the good news?
Yeah, but then
procedures, cuts health costs, it cuts down on trauma for girls. I mean, it's a great thing. But
also, you know what concerns me, Joy, is the fact that now you can get this, 17 and older, you can get this. I don't know how many girls are just going to be popping this pill every time they have sex. You know, if you just, what happens 10 years from now if you're popping 20 pills a month? From you know,
the same thing that happens if you're popping a pill every month.
We don't know that. We don't know that because every pill has an effect.
We do know because it has been in use in Europe for quite some time. It is not it's only brand new to us here. It's been in use for quite some time. The thing, this idea that it's going to make it easier, you know, it may, but here's my concern.
Going to make what easier?
Make it easier for girls to forget.
To use a condom?
To use a condom. Oh. You know, if you, I mean, this is the, you know, the thing that always makes me nuts is that when we talk about sex education, it always is the responsibility of the girl to make sure everything's together. And boys don't seem to recognize you have to know how to put a condom on. You have to know how they work. And if you don't know how they work, you should not be having sex.
Yeah.
If you can't protect yourself, you should not be having sex. Because it's a responsibility. It's not just throw your legs open and willy-nilly. You know, sex is a responsibility. You know, you got to know you have to know how it works. If you're going to be an adult, you're really going to be an adult, you got to have your act together. That's my opinion.
Right. Yeah. You're pro-life, you said.
I am.
How do you feel about this?
You know, I'm pro-life, and I just think, you know, with the Plan B pill, I have a friend who had to take the Plan B pill, and I went with her, and I don't think she was my age when it happened, but I just think that I went through that experience with her, and I think it should be available on the market.
You do?
It's a personal experience I had with my very good friend. God, I don't want to call her out on TV, but, you know, I just think that, you know, I think that it should exist, but I agree with you. I think people should be educated about condoms. I mean, I worry about STD rates rising.
That's the thing that I would say. That would be the only thing I would say about it, is that, you know, this morning after pill is not going to prevent chlamydia or HIV or anything else. So you have to use the condom to protect from disease. But as far as people who are safe, you know, and they may have had an accident, then I think that they should use it.
I know. I just still wonder about the fact of what does it do, because this Plan B, it prevents a fertilized egg from attaching to the womb. If you're taking it so much, what happens 10 years from now, 20 years from now, when you do want to have a baby? And does it affect that at all? I don't know what it does to a woman inside.
But those eggs just flow around
when you try to have a baby
anyway.
And you can't believe you me, the guilt tape plays over and over. If you had a lot of abortions and you can't get pregnant, just what it does inside.
It's education. It starts with education. We have to educate people about STDs, condoms, and it's just, you know, the abortion rate will lower if people are more educated about sex, period. It's very
but you can be, people are educated about drinking and driving and cigarette smoking, and you don't think so?
No, I don't think people are educated about.
We know what that.
No, we're told. No, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. People know that if you drink and get in the car, chances are you're going to get in an accident. They know this.
And they still
now, some people do it, some people don't, some people get it. It is really one-on-one. It's what your one-on-one experience is. I know what your concerns are, and I'm telling you that if they had not been using it for so long and had not been able to go into the research and say this is what it is and it's okay and you will be fine, it doesn't prevent you later on from having kids, I would be as concerned as you are. But because I know about this thing, not that I've used it because I'm so old, but, you know, I can ease your mind with that. But I also know that you're very pro-life and you don't want people to not have kids. But I also know that you're very concerned about 17-year-olds having babies.
Too. I absolutely. Kids are out here they're having sex. So, you know, we got to do something about that. We do have to educate them. But I do also believe a lot of these kids know, and you know, when you're young, you can have all this up in your head, the education, but you know.
So yours is not a religious objection. Yours is more of a medical objection, right?
Yeah, I want to know what this does.
Well, I guess if you read more stuff about it, like she knows more.
I don't know enough about this either.
It's really interesting. I think you'll dig it. Now, just before we go to break, I just want to tell you like a little bit of like gossip. What? Did you know that Spencer Pratt started, he started Lauren Conrad's The Sex Tape rumor? He started the rumor.
He started that rumor?
He totally did it. He did it himself. He started the rumor. He's so bad. We will be right back with Beyonce Knowles.